Hey Brixheads, Scott with 36 Brix here, and this is my city. Let's check it out. Hello, everybody. Hope everybody is doing awesome. I am doing good. Had a wonderful weekend with the family yet again. Had some, had a lot of fun actually. Sorry, I wanna get building. I am streaming quite early. I've been harassed by Matt from Brix about getting some building done on this, and I actually agree with him. So last stream we got quite a bit done, and this stream I'm hoping to get quite a bit done. And because of the heat where I live, it actually works out because the earlier I stream, the cooler it is. I mean, I don't. Let me see. It's saying it's 82 right now, and it's 8 o'clock in the morning. So sucks. So that kind of gives you an idea. So that's kind of why I've been wanting to kind of get up a little earlier. Plus, it helps, kind of move the day along a little bit because I can wake up a little earlier, get some stuff done, and all of that. I want to test my volume and all of that. Okay, so it sounds like you guys are hearing me pretty well. So make sure. Yeah, let me jump right into building. and see how things go. So hope everybody is doing awesome. I am doing good. Like I said, had a pretty good 4th of July weekend. My because my wife's grandmother passed away and we had the funeral last week. My sister-in-law's in town. Um, and so we went and spent 4th of July with her and my mother-in-law. Had a nice, didn't do anything crazy. We just, we grilled up some burgers, had, fruit salad, pasta salad, that kind of stuff. And um, didn't really go crazy. Um, and and then on Saturday, we actually had a lot of fun. We My sister, her birthday is on the 16th, and so is my daughter's. They were born on the same day, just obviously different years. And so my sister-in-law said, you know what? I want to do something special for my birthday. Um, I have never done whale watching, so let's do that. And so we all, found a deal, and it wasn't expensive. It was like $30 a person. Um, and we went out on the boat. It was like a 2-hour excursion. No, not Gilligan's Island style. But it was a couple hours, and we went out to sea, and we didn't see any whales, but we did see. God, there must have been at least 100 or 200 dolphins in a pod, all swimming together, which was really, really cool. They were jumping, they were playing, they were feeding, they were having a lot of fun. So that was a lot of fun. So we did that, and then we went out to dinner. I mean, it was something, nothing crazy. We walked around, what was it, Dana Point, a little bit. I think that's where we left out of, and then we had dinner, and paid way too much for parking. $50 for, I think we were there 5 hours, so $10 an hour for parking. But so that's the only sucky part. So anyway, let me tune into chat and see who's rocking and rolling. Matt from Brix, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. It's this guy again. I know. I just, stalker. Oh, crap. I don't have the instructions up. I need to get the instructions up. I need to find the instructions. That would help. Give me just a minute, guys. So I've opened bag 10. We are currently on bag 10. So how's it going, Matt? Good to see you. Thanks for being here. Let me know if the sound is okay and you're hearing me, but hopefully you're not hearing the music, because that would suck. Scott, fail? What did I fail at this time? Are you talking about the let's see, bowling alley, Lego store, monorail, music store, station? This is O2, right? Yeah. For whatever reason, all of the finding instructions. Ah, yes. It's not a fail finding them. It's I didn't have them up. Where can I find this Lego? So, or Pip, P. Welcome. Thanks for being here. I appreciate you, first and foremost. So this is a Bricklink Designer Program set, and it's called the Studgate Train Station. It is a big set. Let me transition over. This set, 4,076 pieces. Okay, and this was part of the Bricklink Designer Programs series, where you do the crowdfunding and all of that, and essentially, you would have it was round two, round two or phase two, whatever they called it. So this actually released about 2 or 3 years ago. And so, unfortunately, they only made 10,000 sets, and then you had to pre-order them, and then they distribute them. The only way to find it at this point is if you get lucky on like a Facebook Marketplace or an OfferUp or at a secondhand Lego store. Or you can find it online at Bricklink, but it's by an individual seller. Now, when this set first came out, it was about $300. And if you were to buy it today, I can bring it up on Bricklink. I think it would run you about $500 or $600. Let me type in the code and just get that information for you. 90. It's 910. 10002. So as of right now, okay, so Studgate's train station, if you were to purchase it, I am going to share the link with you. And I will post it. What does that mean? Listen. Here is the link. Hopefully you will be able to click on it. Hey, Manny, how's it going, my friend? Good to see you. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. How is the camera tracking your movements? These particular cameras have motion tracking and facial recognition software built into them, so that when I move, it automatically follows my face. So you push a button on the camera, and it registers your face, and then it tracks. I love these cameras. Okay, so there's the link for you. Poor camera, it has to recognize his face, lol. Yeah. So anyway, you're gonna spend about $650 on this set. Depending on the country, I mean, because obviously if you can find it in your country, it might be more expensive or less expensive. Going back to these cameras, this is what you're hearing for my mic is also these cameras. So, and I didn't realize these mics were as good. I was using my headset and I didn't need to. So I'm actually really excited about, I'm even more excited about these cameras. And they're really cool. I wish they were a sponsor. Because the cameras aren't, to be honest, they're not cheap. Comparatively. Hey, G-Monkey, how's it going, my friend? Good to see you. Thanks for being here. I appreciate you. I need to make sure I'm giving out channel points for July. Okay. And, Matt, for the record, and I'm going to showcase this at the end of the month too, I've added 4 extra points onto um this month's drawing for you. The reason why is because when I first started back being consistent, you were sharing the stream on your Discord, and I didn't account for those points. I didn't include those points. So I added those points for this month to compensate. So my apologies, my friend. Okay, so Matt gets a point. G Monkey gets a point. Oh shit! That just took away all Matt's points. So if you keep sharing my stream in Discord, that makes you rack up points as well. So I apologize for that. Okay, man, no. Who else? I added Jing Monkey. Yeah. Okay. And what is the camera company? No, I have no issues doing a promo on these cameras. Where's the box stuff? I think they're in there. So it is these cameras are they're called Insta360 cameras. I bought them on Amazon. They were a couple $100 each. And they have, like I said, they have all of these cool features. Comes with software to where you can plug in if I wanted to change the background, blur the background, which has been very helpful during interviews. Because as some of you guys know, this is now my only my only computer. So some of the interviews that I've done for regular positions have wanted video interviews or wanted video responses to their questions, or they wanted to do a virtual interview and all of that. And I don't obviously want all of this in the background, so I can actually change the background. So yeah. Oh, right on, dude. Thanks. You're welcome to share there yourself if you'd like. I can't add any more automated ones because the bot changed, costs more money. No, I totally understand. But if I posted, then you can't get the points, right? Just saying. So yeah, how was your 4th? The 4th was good. Like I said, we just did a simple barbecue, interview for what? Jobs. So as far as a job, so my primary work is, I am a wedding and special events photographer. And I apologize, I'm not looking at the screen because I am trying to find where I'm at in my instructions. So unfortunately, COVID kind of wiped my business out. And so the only income that I have is this. And although people think, oh, once you become monetized, you're rolling in dough, that is actually exceptionally far from the truth. I have been very transparent. I have a couple members, but ultimately, on doing live streams and posting videos, I make about $20 a month. And so if anybody wants to sign up as a member, use their Prime membership, anything like that, every little bit counts and helps, goes right back into the channel. So I don't make a lot here, and I need to, of course, provide for my family, right? So, and because my business has not done well since COVID, I need to find a different source of income. So, and of course, I have my merch and all that. And again, every little bit helps, but, until I get to a level, if I was to ever get to that level of really having a substantial income doing this, it would still kind of be offset by how much I spend on Lego. So, everyone's favorite hero. Hello. Welcome. Thanks for being here. I appreciate you. Hey, real quick, are you in the U.S.? I asked because I give points for interacting in chat, posting video, or commenting on videos and content and all of that stuff. And if you are in the US, you are eligible to win a prize at the end of the month. And if that's the case, I want to make sure I'm giving you your points. I know how it hurts to open about money, but thanks for doing. People don't like to talk about the money. Yeah, I'm in Idaho. Sweet! You get a point! No, I mean, I think that's the thing. I think people want other people to perceive that they're doing way better, especially content creation. They see people like Beast, who is making $1 million plus a day. And they're not realizing that when he first started out, he was not making that. And I think people automatically kind of assume that, and Matt, you will appreciate this. I'm laying down my first piece. He's going to probably say it's about damn time. So people don't realize, it takes a lot. And I post, what is it? I post a YouTube short on Monday. I live stream on Wednesday, so that's a video. And then I post a full video on Friday. And so that's content creation on YouTube. I live stream on Wednesdays, and I multi-stream. So I'm currently streaming on Twitch and YouTube. And of course, I YouTube, I have 20 almost 2,600 subscribers, but I only have one member. YouTube, or on Twitch, I have 500. Let me see, because I just got a couple more. I'm at 506 followers, and I have one member. And I'm not complaining. Don't get it twisted. I'm not complaining or anything. I'm just showcasing real numbers. And the one member that I have on Twitch, it's a Prime membership, so I don't get everything. Hey, Map in the Miles. How's it going, my friend? Good to see you. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. Dave, I want to confirm, you are in the US, yeah? I thought that it was Thursday. I'm glad you said something. Well, yeah, you're in Idaho, so yes, it is Wednesday. But Dave, can you confirm you are in the US, please? Because if so, I want to make sure you get points. I'm pretty sure you are, but I just want to verify. So that's, yep, sweet. I think, aren't you in Chicago or something? I can't remember. Chicago, Ohio, something like that. somewhere East Coast. I know that much. So so people think, oh, you're monetized, so you must make a lot of money, and it's like, no, I wouldn't, I wouldn't start making money as far as ad revenue, like serious money. St. Louis, okay. Missouri, oh, okay. Um, I wouldn't start making money on YouTube like unless I had probably 100+ subscribers on YouTube. That would probably start generating some really good ad revenue. And then on Twitch, here's the honest truth. There was only one time where I've had a what's it called? See, I don't know. I don't even remember the name of it. It's the money train thing. I can't remember what it's called. To where it rallies a bunch of people to donate biddies and all that stuff. And again, I'm not complaining. I'm not trying to get anybody to donate. I'm just being real in the fact that there's this there is a misconception that, oh, you're monetized, you're racking in the dough. And there are some people that are. Hype Train, thank you. Thank you very much. So I've been streaming for going on 5 years now, and I've only had one Hype Train. If it helps, I saw a statistic that showcases Twitch affiliate, and if you have 5 viewers, you're in the top 1% of people on Twitch for viewers. Why didn't you do your wedding photography again? I'll get into that in a sec. That's a crazy statistic to me. But, I mean, hey, Kenneth Bird, how's it going, my friend? Good to see you. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. Hey, Kenneth, can you confirm for me, are you in the U.S.? Because I give out points for being here in chat, and if you are here in the U.S., you are eligible. And I want to make sure you get a point. Wow, if that's accurate, I feel special. Right, because, I mean, like right now, I have 9 people watching on Hey Maku-san, shit. Mike, how's it going, my friend? Good to see you. Thanks for being here. I'm going to give you a point. Right. I mean, but even then, so, I mean, Matt has, I think, I'm not going to ask him to divulge his numbers. I'm not going to ask anybody to divulge their numbers. But if Matt has 20 members, granted that's $5 a member, but Twitch takes half of that. So that's $100. So he gets $50 a month. Not including ad revenue. So he's getting paid every month because there's a $50 threshold, but I don't even get paid every month because I only have one member, and that's $2.50. And I don't even think I get that because it's a Prime membership. So many people streaming out. Yeah, absolutely. There are a ton of people streaming now. Hey, Titanium J! You get a point. Welcome. Thanks for being here, guys. Wow, this is awesome. You don't start making good money until you become partner, or ambassadors, or have thousands of viewers. Well, that's the thing. So partner, I mean, I don't know that they're making all that kind of money as a partner. From what I've been told and understand, there's no real difference between partner and non-partner other than you're showcased more. But there's so many partners now that not everybody is being showcased even as a partner. but there's no financial difference unless you negotiate that, which very few people have been able to do, but there's no financial difference. Where the true money is the memberships, the people who donate biddies or bits, the raid trains. I mean, because I've seen raid trains max out, and I'm like, they just made $1,000, like in one raid train. The merch that they sell, that's where people make money on when it comes to content creation. You would still get that even if it is Prime. No, I think it's a lower rate though. You do get money for Prime. Yes, you do, but you don't get the full amount. That's what I'm referring to. It's all about telling folks to use their Primes and not letting Daddy Bezos keep it, right? You still get the Primes. Partners have to get the Plus program to get more of the pie. I gotcha. What I like about you is that you are humble as fuck, because a lot of YouTube is trying to get attention in a bad way, no gratification. I hear you on that. Quick edits, speaking fastly, and other things. So base partners don't get a slightly higher cut? I don't think so. Not unless they negotiate it. And like I said, from what I understand, it's very hard to negotiate those items. So Manny asked, why am I not doing wedding photography anymore? The simple is nobody's booking me. I still have the equipment. I still have my photo booth. I still have my camera gear for video and photography. I still have all of that stuff. It's just nobody's booking me. And quite frankly, I don't have the money to advertise. The only real way to advertise is doing bridal shows, but the bridal shows have gotten enormously expensive. You're talking $2,000, $3,000 to put up a booth in hopes that you get bookings. And yeah, in most cases, yeah, you do, but it's still a lot of upfront cash to have. I don't think so by default. That's why and local and others push for the plus options. Do you mind if I can post that link for the start? I don't think you're going to be able to post the link. But if you want to whisper it to me, I can post it for you. Or if you want to whisper Matt, because he's an admin. No, they changed it a while back when they started the plus programs. But yeah, I don't mind posting it. It's just everything's set up to where you can't post links. Just get an even better cut. I just thought that partner got a bit more than 50%. No, they don't. From what I understand, there is no difference in pay. The only difference is that they showcase you more, which helps because you're spotlighted, right? But the only true way to really make money on social media, and again, I'm not like, if you guys want to donate, that would be great, but I'm not asking you to open your wallets unless you want to. But the only true way is to have people donate. Because if you think about it, if you have 50 people watching and 10 people donate $5, you just made $50 in one stream. In fact, in one one moment, right? And like I said, I've seen raid trains where people have just dump trucked, and it's great for the content creator. I mean, it's obviously amazing, but you have to have the viewership. And again, I'm not complaining about my viewership. I love you guys. I'm just glad that you're here. Awesome. Thank you, everyone. I mean, because I have been very upfront and honest that although the money would be nice, I'm not here for that. So it does, like, when I say, hey, thank you guys so much for being here. Like, I really do appreciate all the love and support. Like, I really do mean that. I mean, because, like, I mean, me and Matt have had these conversations. Before I stopped, I was maybe getting 3 people, 4 people in every stream. And Matt was one of them, and Mike was one of them. And from the bottom of my heart, those two, I think, even more abundantly. And then when I came back, it was just like, now I'm averaging like 10. And I'm going to be honest in saying most of that is probably because of Matt. Because he posts in his Discord. He comments. He's here. He gets the word out. And I appreciate that. Like I said, I do it because, quite frankly, I live in the middle of nowhere. So, like, to have this community rally and go, we love you. I'm like, fuck yeah. Like, let's go. And so, I really do appreciate all the love and support. Like, I really do. It does really mean a lot to me. So, but financially, I'm going to be honest in saying there's not much here. I mean, we don't do it for the money. Yes, there are a handful of girls that gets into a whole nother fucking topic. There are a handful of people that are making money in the industry. But it's a fraction of the people that are out there. And people do have this misconception that the only reason people are doing it are for the money. And it's not. It really isn't for the money. Wait, hold on. I put these wrong. Shout out. What? Amaroth? I have no idea what that is. Sorry. I'm not sure if you are in my Discord. You are more than welcome to post in my Discord. I try to post where I can. It's just, I thought they already left. Hold on. Everyone's favorite hero. Says, I mean, it's hard for me because I have so much going on to post everywhere. But if you want, I'm more than happy to join your Discord if you want to send me the information for that as well. Amber, I don't know who that is. She's a massive content creator. Okay, cool. Perhaps. Who might have some adult content as well? Well, so that's the other thing. If I was rocking, I mean, I am rocking double D's, but if I was a female rocking double D's and showing even an ounce of skin. I don't even have to show anything. If I was an attractive 20-something female, and I'm just being honest, again, I'm not complaining. I'm a 45-year-old fat guy. But I am being honest and saying, hey, like, if I was a semi or pseudo attractive girl, I'd probably be making millions. Hubba hubba. Right? I mean, but I'm not. I'm a 45-year-old fat guy. The only double D's I have, I do have double D's. I have good grabbage, but nobody wants to grab them other than my wife. And that's all I want, to grab them. But there are, please don't take offense to this, but there are some, people out there that's what they show up for. They will show up for an attractive 20-something girl, 30-something girl. In fact, most guys will show up for any girl at this point. I will say that even in that space, there are only a few really making big bucks. Right. And they're usually like, the demographic. Because I don't know. I don't watch that shit, from what I've learned. And I bet you're watching. Yeah, the ladies have the assets to get people in. Right. I get the Bizarre Factory 100, but just know you are always welcome to post when you go live. It's just hard to post everywhere all at once before a stream. That's where it becomes difficult. And I am in your stream. Or Discord, sorry. Let me put you in the right folder. Heroes HQ. Sweet. That's the difficult part, is just being able to post everywhere. And thank you for that information. I will say that even if that space there. Right. So in that space, if we're being honest, you're talking about maybe 10% are making shit tons of money, and they're usually 20 something, and we're talking like 18 to 23, maybe topping out at 25, and they're model-esque. They're exceptionally good looking. The rest, they're not making a whole lot. The busy factor, okay. 100, and I appreciate that. I really do. I share across maybe the 5 or 6 Discords I'm most active in. I just can't do it across 50 of them. Absolutely, exactly. Yeah, Discord needs a way to mass post in same named channels across servers. Right. Well, they do, if you pay. And if I was making the money to pay, I might do that. But I can show you the numbers if you want. I make like $5 a month, if that, on Twitch. I can't remember the last time I was paid out. And then on hold on. On YouTube, I am projected I am projected to make $9 this month. Build. Okay, yeah, I know. That's the reality of content creation. And again, I post a YouTube short on Mondays. I live stream on Wednesdays. And then I post a video a full video on Fridays. And mind you, most videos, if I post a 20-minute video, the average watch time is like between 1 and 2 minutes. Gotta get you some updated fun stuff for the stream too, man. What do you mean? Oh, you're talking about interactions? Yeah, I really need to sit down and do that shit. I really do. I know you've sent me the information and I need like the tangent. Yeah. I know. I've been slacking on that. But that's the thing. I mean, I don't mind talking about this stuff. I don't want people to think I'm complaining about it though, because I'm not. I'm quite frankly, I am very happy. I mean, you guys are awesome. Like I said, I have like about 10 people watching right now, and that's most. I mean, a year ago, I wasn't even getting half of that. I mean, there were live streams that literally nobody was talking to me in. Some people slack on doing the offline work to keep things updated and going. Cough, map in the miles, cough. I mean, it's just hard. Because, I mean, granted, right now, I don't have a full-time job. But it has been a full-time job to look for a full-time job. I mean, I can show you. Like, since May, okay, I've applied for 35 positions. I have had 3 interviews. 2 weren't even really interviews. They were informationals. And some of the... And one interview, it was like a virtual interview. And I'm going to be honest, it was a stupid fucking job that I could do with my eyes closed and one hand tied behind my back while sitting in a chair. It was doing car dealership photography. They issue you a fucking iPhone, and they have a program that is set up to actually give you a format as to what the car should look like in the picture. It has a diagram. It's literally photography by numbers, or it's not even photography. It's taking a picture by numbers. And they didn't hire me. I got an email yesterday saying, "Thank you for your time, energy, and effort, but we've gone a different direction." Yeah, I'm guilty of lurking in most streams and not saying anything due to work. But that's perfectly fine. At least you're here. And when you do say stuff, you're involved in the conversation. It's not like, I mean, because there's people out there that, I mean, they show up and they self-promote and then they out. They say hi just to say hi. Or don't even do that. And that's okay. Lurking is perfectly fine. I prefer those who chat, I'm not going to lie, because it is very boring if I don't talk, and I know people don't really like for me to sing. But, I mean, and the other jobs, the informational, they promise a high pay, but they're commission only. Hey, King Ollendorf, how's it going, my friend? Good to see you. Thanks for being here. I appreciate you. Let me get you a point. Everybody's racking up points. You get a point. You get a point. You get a point. I feel like fucking Oprah. there's absolute. Matt is 1,000% right, and thank you for the hydrate. Matt is 1,000% correct. There is no issues there is no problem with lurking, especially since I know that I am I am going live while everybody's at work. It would be horrendously stupid of me to like not understand why people need to lurk. Um, um, I have tried to go on at different times, and I don't get the same interactions. I sometimes lurk because I buy on. You're busy on studio, and like I said, lurking is perfectly fine. I mean, I try to lurk as much as possible, but the issue for me, especially now, is typically it's when I can come out here and work on the computer. I'll lurk, and all of that. Um, and But during the day, it's very difficult. I don't like at night. I don't come back out here until about 10 o'clock at night, and then I'm out here until maybe 1 o'clock in the morning. uh, but I don't live stream because that is my time for me to do content creation on YouTube. That's when I'm building so that I can make videos. And then that becomes a problem too because I can't. There are times where, obviously, if I'm creating a video, I can't participate in chat. But I try. But it is difficult because there is a large following for a large amount of people, or a certain certain people. Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3. Shit. Um. So I've tried different times, and this time frame seems to work best for me. It sucks during the summer. I mean, because I've told you guys, uh, it's currently 9 o'clock in the morning and it's 85 degrees out, which means it's about 90 in here. And I've got a fan on. But at this point, all the fan is doing is blowing the hot air around, or warm air. But like I have said, like if I do find a full-time position, I'm going to have to adjust my times, and that's going to suck. But, you know, not being able to help put food on the table sucks more. So I'm not built for the heat, right? I sometimes look because but I mean, I'm understanding of that. Like I do, like I understand. Hey, um, what I don't here. Okay, so if I can rant a little bit, here's what I don't understand, I don't like, and I don't appreciate: the people who try to lie about shit. I don't understand the point of lying. In my brain, it just doesn't make sense to me. Um, and I've literally jumped into streams, or jumped into chat, I should say, and people were like, "Hey, yeah, I was lurking in your stream, but what were you building?" Well, if okay, like why? Just say, "Hey, what were you building?" Why do you gotta lie to make yourself look better? Like that's what I don't understand. I mean, asking questions is fine. Hey, I didn't catch this or this or this. But I'm pretty sure I could be perfectly content living in Iceland where it's between 30 and 50 year. So to be fair, people don't pay attention about what someone's building a lot of the time. Yeah, but there are people that we all know that literally lie about it. Because, Matt, you know that these programs give you analytics. That one program that we used to use literally would tell me person by person who was lurking in your stream or who was actually in your stream and what they did. Like if they chatted, how many, like the programs are there. So like, I just don't understand the point. If you're not able to come hang out, that's fine. Just say that. It just doesn't make sense to me. And I do understand. Oh, hold on. I do understand, yes. When people are lurking, uh they tend to not pay attention as much to what the person is building. They're not looking at the screen because obviously, Matt, if you're cool with me using you as an example, and I'm not bashing on you, Matt is currently at work. Okay, he has a job to do. He has to pay his bills. I I am lucky in the sense that he is here. And I am lucky in the sense that he is able to chat when he chats. But I do know he's working. Personally, I feel like that's a difference, or there is a difference between that and somebody saying, "Oh, I was lurking," but I know for a fact they were never in the chat. Especially like going back 3 years where I would literally have live streams where there was not a single person in the live stream at all at any moment. Yeah, first day back too after my long weekend. Oh, I was there. Then why do you only have a few hundred channel points? Right? I mean, like with Matt, I have like thousands and thousands and thousands. Actually, I don't anymore because I spent all of them, or I've been spending them. But there, I mean, I have like there's channels where I have thousands and thousands and thousands of points. But like I said, I don't understand the point of lying about that stuff. If you're not in the stream, that's fine. Just say that. I just think people lie too much to kick it, and they don't need to lie. But anyway, how was everybody else's 4th of July? Let's move on to a different topic. How was everybody else's 4th of July? Anybody do anything exciting? You guys heard what I did. For those that didn't, we barbecued, and then basic barbecue. What's it called? We had burgers. We had pasta salad, Italian pasta salad. We had some fruit, chips. I made my guac. And when I say 4th of July, I'm not just talking about the individualized 4th of July. I'm talking about the whole weekend. So here's the thing: we went to a park, a generalized city park. Here was the funny part, and I felt bad for people, but it was still funny. So everybody, it was a big old field, and so everybody was sitting there watching the fireworks, and you hear, and you're like, "That's the fucking sprinklers." And so, like, so we were in a spot, like, you could tell that they were further away, and they would be on for like 5 minutes and then shut off, and then you'd hear, and then so that was the second station, third station, and when I'm talking about sprinklers, I'm not talking about the round pop-ups that just kind of spray water. I'm talking about the full jet streams that like water parks would love to have. And I'm pretty confident that there were a few people that got hit directly or hit in the face. But you just heard like people screaming. So that was fun. And I was telling people, people are gonna get wet. Mike worked, Dave worked, but at least I was seeing parts of the country I've never been to. Explain. Did you travel? I don't know what you do for work. Fourth, fifth, and sixth, all fantastic days with good food and quality pool and sun time. Nice. Okay. Somebody plays really? 2 parts? Stupid. This is why it's taking me forever, because you have a page where you just put on 2 parts. You have a page of instructions that, like, there's 2 back-to-back pages. Step numbers 372 and 373, where it's just you're adding 2 parts. Instruction fluffing. That's like, oh shit, not this again. Oh, my company does aerial photography and photographic mapping. I was doing survey work in Tennessee and North Carolina, getting photo identifiable control points for a project we have in those 2 states. That's fucking cool. See, why can't I get hired by your company? Unfollows, leaves stream. Why? What did I do? Oh, because of the fluffing. I gotcha. Never mind. You don't have to answer that. The instruction fluffing. What did I do? Because you said fluffing. Yeah, there's a lot of pages that it's like, put these 2 parts on. And then I have to stop and scroll. And they're like, put these 3 parts on. Stop, scroll. But it's a good build, though. I like the build. Next time we're hiring, I can shoot you a message, but our photography isn't really like what you do. I'm sure it's not, but it's I did you hear when I was talking about the car dealership photography position that I applied for? It's not for me, I would have fun just learning a different type of photography. Because I really do enjoy photography. Currently I don't do anything with drones. Um, but it's something that I think might be cool to learn. But I mean, I try when it comes to weddings and stuff like that, I stay away from drones, which could be a downfall or a partial downfall, but it's because they're so even like you have to spend a shit ton of money for them to be the phantoms or the quiet ones that I don't quite frankly have. And so they're so intrusive. They're loud and very intrusive, and they get great content, but you only use them for like maybe 15 minutes. Our office concentrates on manned aircraft. Manned? So like you're in a plane. Sorry. Hey, Disco Duck, how's it going, my friend? Good to see you. Thanks for being here. Sorry for coming in with the random question. I remember you saying something about a new Lego con being started in your area, LA-ish. Do you know if it's the same show that Chip Snell is starting? Yes, Brix a Go-Go. Yeah, I talked to Chip a couple times. I contacted him about doing his merch, but he never responded. Like he was interested in the information, but he never responded. I haven't heard back from him in months. I need to follow up with him. So we generally have two main crews in the plane. Yep, that's cool. But yeah, Disco Duck. Yes, that's Bricks a Go Go March. Um, it's like March 25th weekend, something like that. Cool, cool. He sent out a survey for Lugs to do about the show. I am just connecting dots. Yes. Yeah, he sent out a survey. Um, Anybody that runs a Discord, Matt, um, I received it because so I'm a Lug ambassador, but we're not recognized yet. Um, so he didn't send one to me per se, but he did send one out to a couple of the lugs that I'm in, and I just passed it on. I didn't think he would mind. And if he does, well. But, and I don't think he would mind if I sent out that information. And again, if he does, then, I mean, it's just helping promote him, so. But yeah, I talked to Chip at Solving, and I was talking with him regarding. Oh, um, about producing his shirts, but and I asked him a bunch of questions pertaining to like because he had done some shirts already, but he was looking for a better vendor, so I offered my services. But I hadn't heard back from him. We're experimenting with one man crews, pilot only, on some projects, but mostly it's a two-man crew or two-man team, pilot and photographer. The photographer is mostly a babysitter, taking notes about any clouds or issues we run into in the air. Then there's people in the office who do color correction and make the imagery prettier. So I could do two of those jobs. I could get in the plane and take notes and pictures, or I could be in the office doing color correction. But out here, it's hard. I mean, it's difficult to find a position. I mean, like I said, I've applied for 35 positions. I got two responses for informationals. Um, and they didn't obviously pan out. And then I had one message me for message me back for a virtual interview, and I did get a response saying, "Thank you for your time. We're not interested." Short version. They said it nicer, but basically. But it was, like I said, it was like, really, you don't even. I mean, it's probably I'm overqualified, and that's why they don't want to hire me. But I need a job, so um, the disco duck. What did you think about the survey, though? And the color correction seems to be hard to train people on. Mostly, the guy who's really good at it has a background similar to you. He used to do newspaper photography and worked uh, at a local camera store. Right. That's most of the times the case. The people who are good, really good at color correction, worked in the industry. Like they didn't go to school for it. But Disco Duck, are you still here? What did you think? Because I found that there's a lot of questions on there that I'm like, what does this have to do with anything? Everyone's favorite hero. All right, y'all, work time. Cool deal. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. If that means you're heading out, I appreciate you being here. It really does mean a lot. I left the tab open at home for you, man. Well, thank you so much for that. I really do appreciate that. Yeah, take care. Have fun at work. I initially gave up on the survey after 5 questions since it had more questions on types of brands outside of Lego. I would like. Exactly. Exactly. I understand why he wants that info to help get other bigger brands to help offset the cost. Yeah, because the tickets for Brix a Go Go are not cheap. They're a couple $100 each. I was wanting to do a set up a vendor booth, and comparably, his vendor space pricing isn't too bad, but it's still a lot, and it doesn't really give you anything. And I feel like he's going too big too fast. Like he's saying he's anticipating 10,000 attendees, and I'm like, dude, I mean, it's either going to be epic or he's going to crash and burn. And I don't want that. That's the last thing I want, because if he crashes and burns, then he's done, right? Like that's what I'm worried about. And maybe he can do it. I don't know Chip well enough. Um I mean, he told me a little bit about his background, that um he's mentored lug ambassadors, and he's done I think he helped out with Bricks by the Bay and a few others, but I will probably go back and do the survey, but needed more time than I initially was going to commit. That's going very well, thanks. Right. I mean, I ended up getting it done, but And I know a couple of my lug members did it, but I don't know, But that's my concern. Is I feel like he's going really, really big. And I just hope that he doesn't crash and burn. Because that doesn't help the community. Um our our Vegas lug, the Lauren, I don't know if you know who Lauren is. Um he is starting, or last year he started Brix Vegas, and it did fairly well, and he's slowly building up. Um, I would love an excuse to go back out to LA, but not sure a year one con will be it. Exactly. Exactly. Like that's because a year one con promises a lot, but then there are times where it could be underwhelming and people might get discouraged and then not want to come back. So it gives you false numbers versus like a year two con, a year three con. Okay, they've learned. It's like riding a roller coaster that just came out. You don't want to be the test pilot, or like going to space, being the first one to go to space. You don't want that because the chances of you crash and burning are higher than if you went in 5 years after the program started. Like, I want the best for him. I think it would be great for the community, but it does worry me because, like I said, he's talking about it's an entire weekend thing. He wants it to be like Brick World Chicago, but what Brick World Chicago didn't happen overnight. I'm sure that took years to get as big as it is, and they had to prove themselves. Brick World took years to build, right? And so, like for Brix Vegas, this will be year two, and they're upping things, a little bit. They're not going crazy, but they are upping things. They're upping their game a little bit, slowly but surely. I feel like there could have been a better way to do this right here. But yeah, I mean, yeah, they're on like year 15 in Chicago, I think. I mean, and that's the thing. I don't think people realize how expensive those things are to put on. Especially the upfront cost. Like, you can make it back on the end, but there's a lot of hope. And yeah, sponsorships help, but you also got to convince the sponsors that it's a worthwhile event for them to participate in. And once you Once you underperform, you're done. Chicago also has a huge advantage being in the middle of the U.S., more accessible west east coast locations isolated or isolate the other coast due to travel costs. Absolutely. Shit. What did I just cave in? Well, it's in there now. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Yep, our lug has like 70K in the bank. Holy shit. We've talked about doing a show, but the fear didn't show, but the fear has always been that 70K could be wiped if the show flops. Very true. I'd take a lot for me to get out to California for something from central New York State. 100% at disco. Mapping the miles, I have to ask, how? That is a lot of money. I would love to see those books. Yeah. Like how? How are you generating that kind of bankroll? Like, I mean, our lug has like $50 in it. Granted, we just started last year and we're coming up on our yearly dues, but like, holy fuck. Like how? Where is that money coming from? Fill me in. So, because our lug needs a lot. If your lug wants to sponsor our lug, let a brother know. Hook a brother up. Holy cow. Like, yeah, how is that possible? But to answer your question, 70K would be a good start. Um, I know Solvang, I believe, did it for 20K, but they got a lot of freebies. Um, I mean, so I mean, you can do a solid event for 20 or 30K, but um you have to understand that, like, for example, with Solvang, Allison Gale was spearheading it, and so she knows a lot of people from um, Lego Masters that she was able to get to show up essentially for free. There's a Catholic there's a Catholic shrine in the area that has a drive-through light display. At their visitor center, they give us a room to set up a display and charge people $5 each to see it. We get like 30% of that, and annual attendance is about 10,000 over the month between Thanksgiving and New Year's. That's awesome. 30% of that. So that's like $1.50 a person. 30% of 50K would be a nice revenue stream. Absolutely. So, if can I ask you more questions about this, Disco? So what do you do with that money? We know we're very lucky to have that opportunity. Oh, mapping the miles. Sorry, not disco. And our annual income would be like 2,000 maybe if we lost that show. But like at what point? Because like okay, we just started, so like yeah, we need the tables and we need tablecloths and we need promotional materials and we need like that stuff, right? But I mean, after the promotional materials, and if we sponsor a show or something like that, like do prize giveaways, like that money will come in handy. But like, I mean, pretty much it just sits in the bank. We do give some donations to an organization called Fairy Brix that provides Lego to kids in the hospital. That's cool. I mean, because like with that, yeah, that kind of money. So, I mean, if you have questions about putting on events, I can kind of help. Um, and since I know you have the money, you can pay me to do so. Just kidding. No, I don't mind. I don't mind giving pointers as far as if you guys are trying to put together a show. Um, but a decent show, like I said, can cost you. It can cost you about 30, depending on what kind of advertisement you want to do, because it's all about about advertising and getting that money. Because you have to understand, you have a good start and a jumping point. So, and it doesn't have to be big. Uh, is that how they got all that pizza at Chicago at teardown time? Possibly, but that might have been just them pooling their money to buy it. Yeah, I mean that's like so. When I was in Lagola, like every meeting was a pizza party. Like they would have pizza and sodas, and they would give $100 to the host to help essentially those get those items. And I always wondered where the money came from. I know they're doing some shady shit, but um, it's kind of one of those. It's like, and I had a falling out. I got kicked out of that lug for essentially being harassed. Um, Chicago isn't an official event for us, so because of that, I don't think the lug would have paid for it. Um, thank you for the interesting conversation to listening to, but I got to start cooking food for the house, so bye. See you later. Thanks, King. I appreciate you. Thanks for being here. I really do appreciate all the love and support. I really mean it really means a lot. Mapping the mile. Are you talking about Brick World Chicago? Because you just said Chicago. Ah, um, Why isn't it an official event? Because see, that's the thing. I'm asking these questions because I want to learn. Because I mean, like I said, I'm a lug ambassador. I'm trying to like work on things to help the lug. Unfortunately, if I'm being honest, a lot of it I'm doing myself. But because Brick World is for profit and we're not for profit, so we're making sure we steer clear of possible violating some IRS rules. Are you so you guys are official nonprofit? Like you've filed for nonprofit status? Because I know Lug Vegas is talking about that and they're working on that. But I know there's tax benefits, but I don't really know the purpose. We have our 501c3. Okay. I just like I don't know, like I don't understand what the point is. Like do you get like financial resources? Of being not for profit, I think mostly to not have to pay as much in taxes. But what are you paying for? What taxes are you paying? It's all about tax breaks, if I am correct. But like that's the thing. Well, so with that income source, I understand that you would have taxes on that, right? Um, but without that tax source, I don't understand what taxes you'd be paying. You still have members paying dues with is a revenue stream and therefore taxes. Yeah, but you have to, I mean, you would have, even if they pay dues, you only pay taxes if it reaches a certain amount. I mean, like for us, we have, we technically have 18 members, but I think we only have 12 that are current and active paying dues. So, I mean, that's only $60. You're not paying taxes on $60. Or not $60. Sorry. $10 per person, that's $120. But being a newer member, I'm not exactly sure on all of the reasonings. This was all in place when I joined. I gotcha. Sure. It's so we don't have to pay on the income we get from the shrine. But on 10K, there might be some tax liability. Right. Like, yeah, at that level, I could totally understand. Because that is income generation. Like, that's. Because, I mean. Okay. So, I just finished bag 10. There was 4 bags for bag 10. And I'm not talking about baby bags. So, Matt, I'm going to tell you to shut up right now. I know here in Canada, being a registered nonprofit is also required to get some places to be able to sponsor, donate, etc. Toyota won't commit money to a for-profit organization to run a show. Right, right. Correct. It's like, I don't understand why this curves up. Makes no sense. Because it essentially the mindset is if you are for profit, then you have the money at some point, or should have the money at some point, to be able to afford and not receive donations. Because, like, you wouldn't donate to McDonald's. You might donate to a charity that they're working for or with, but you're not going to donate to McDonald's. You're not going to donate to Jeff Bezos. You're not going to donate to Facebook. You know what I mean? Like, they're making billions a year. I like Lug Talk, especially when it isn't complaining about members in my own lug. I'm not in one, and as I've told Scott, don't really care to join. So when he talks about them, I just zone out. I'm sorry, man. I know. It's just stuff I'm curious about because I'm like, I don't know the ins and outs. I'm just learning it. And if I'm being quite honest, the land doesn't really provide a whole lot of it. I will say, KC Brick Lab, they decided to go for profit, and I guess they actively solicit commissions and events to participate in and earn money at. I think that's the main lug for the KC area. They are also at Brickworld. What I was going to say before everything kind of poured out, I don't feel like the land, based on the research that I've been able to look up, the land is not very active, progressively active in the lugs themselves. The land does not provide ways, strategic ways to succeed, and they just see us see the lugs as an advertising platform or within their advertising department, but they don't offer ways to succeed in that aspect. Um, like there's nothing that says, okay, these are some helpful tips as to how to grow your lug. Here are some successful tips on how to contact uh what is it? How to contact event event producers or event companies uh to obtain free space or donated space. I didn't think I would join one either, but very glad I did. Just another Lego community I can talk to about my geeky things. Right. But that's like, if I'm being honest, because like they don't even showcase what they are looking for in order to recognize a lug. They just say do this and then apply, and then a lot of lugs get denied, and they don't understand why. I've made a decision that I'm more focused on my content creation Twitch and the community I enjoy there versus a lug and whatever else with that as at this time. Yeah, so we could corrupt him and change his mind at some point. It won't be anytime soon, but we can. That's really what that statement is saying, Matt. At this point, I'm not interested in uh joining, but I'm not closed off to it. At this point, because you said at this point, you were focused on. You've tried for what, 3 years, dude? Hasn't happened yet. I know. I'm not giving up hope. That makes sense. I will leave you with this. Joining a lug is a whole new source of people that you can get to come watch. When Scott proves that, I'll believe it. Um, I'm not. I'm not even gonna chime in on that one. As that in regards to that direction. I mean, don't get me wrong. There is some unnecessary drama in my lug at times, but there are a few perks to at least participate a little bit. Uh, it it depends on the lug. Uh, this is what I will say, and I will call these lugs out. There is drama in every single lug that I am in or have been in outside of Lug Vegas. Lug Vegas, there is no drama. There is no high school bullshit. There's no bullying. There's none of that. Versus I've received um, a lot of that. Um, in the other lugs. Specifically the lugs that I'm no longer a part of. Let me change, because I'm kind of getting to a point. The bad part about it is this build is so big that it's hard for me to show you. You don't see the drama as a perk. That is where the power comes in. See, I don't need any of that crap. I do Lego and streaming to escape the bullshit of the world. I don't want my hobby to bring in more bullshit. And I mean, that's the thing. Matt, okay, so I'm going to address everybody except Matt on this. Map of the Miles is lurking. Meeting someone for lunch. I'll be back in an hour or so. Cool deal. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. So I'm going to address everybody except Matt on this. Matt and myself go back now 5 years. Okay, we've been friends. I mean, I don't know if he considers me a friend. I would hope so. But especially since he keeps sticking around. But I know that, to be honest, if I lived near Matt, we would hang out. Okay. And Matt has seen a lot of the drama and bullshit that has come my way. So that's why Matt, I think, has the a little bit of the opinion that he does. Matt knows a bit more because I've confided in Matt. And so that's, if that, does that make sense? So he has kind of firsthand, well, I mean, not firsthand because it's all, I mean, he's seen the direct stuff firsthand, but then he's also been aware of the secondhand stuff. So I think that's one of the contributing factors of, you know, Matt has a firm no tolerance for bullshit meter. And so I think there's it's a little bit different for Matt because he's seen the shit that I've had to deal with for the most part no reason, or at least no reason I can gather on my end. And I haven't, like, I confide in my, no offense to those who I have not confided in, but I confide in my friends. And that has, you know, in some aspects, that has actually bitten me in the ass because I've confided in people that I thought were my friends to come to find out they weren't actually my friends. And they were contributing factors. And I'm not going to call people out. I don't want drama. I think it's stupid. I don't understand. Okay. So I think there's a different level when it comes to like myself and Matt. I have pulled away from certain lugs because of the drama, because I don't want to be a part of that. That's not Lego. And that has hurt me too. As far as who said it? Disco Ducks comment, that makes sense. I will leave you with this. Joining a lug is a whole new source of people that you can get to come watch. I can honestly tell you that most likely not a single person in any of the lugs that I've ever been a part of has ever uh, watched my content. In fact, I've been told not to promote in lugs, even if it's what I deem to be helpful. But that's where the drama comes in, right? I mean, even at events, they're like, you need to take your plaque down. That shows who you are. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Everybody has their own plaque for their own social medias. Doesn't matter, take yours down. Okay. Anyway, I can honestly say, aside from the bullshit, I love being in lugs. And like I said, like both me and Matt have said, we have had conversations. I don't push. And I do appreciate that he's hanging in here, listening, because I know it's kind of like politics. If somebody starts chiming in on politics, I kind of zone out. And it's not because I'm not interested in politics or certain aspects of politics. It's just, you have people that can't be civil or whatever, and I just zone out and I just don't participate. But anyway, clearly the chat has gone mute, so I want to get back to a topic. So, Prime Days. Let's talk about Prime Days. Who has gone shopping? Who has not? And why? So for me, I have spent a little bit of money on Prime, uh, on Prime Days, but it's not um, directly like it hasn't been on Lego sets. It's been Lego accessories. For some of you that have been watching my YouTube channels, um, I've been dabbling in motion. I've been dabbling in lighting. Um, and that's kind of what I'm focusing currently on. Um, and if you didn't know that, please consider checking out my channel. As I've told you guys, I am working on a lot of builds behind the scenes, and you're not going to see them on here on Twitch or the live stream. And it's because some of them, or quite for the most part, all of them, they are builds that I started on. I started on a live stream, and then for one reason or another, stopped building them and went on to other builds, and then am now going back to them. But instead of building them on stream, I'm taking a little bit more time with them to ensure that they're being built the way that I want them to be built. Hold on, okay, so this goes that way. And I'm not really able to do that during a live stream. So I've chosen to build them off stream and then just post videos about them. And so if you're not tuned into my YouTube channel, that is the perk of my YouTube channel, in the fact that you're going to see other content regarding builds and mocks and stuff like that. I bought more than I should. Hold on. I bought more than I should on Lego, at Lego, Costco, and Amazon over the last 2 days. Nothing here on any deals anywhere to this point. I'm really holding for August 1st at the moment. Well, fill us in, because I have yet to check it out. What is launching August 1st? I got the lighthouse from Lego, the transport truck from Costco, and a couple of the 3-in-1s from Amazon. My wallet hates me. So is Lego and Costco offering deals, better deals than Prime Days? Excuse me. I'm actually getting quite overheated. I'm sorry. What's the temperature? It's 94 in here. But here's it's funny that Matt mentions August 1st. So on August 2nd, uh me and several lug members are doing a Lego store trip. I will be, of course, creating content. Hold on. So you guys will see that video on YouTube of us going to. I think we're planning on. We keep going back and forth. So there's currently 9. Well, sorry. Other than Legoland, there are currently 11 stores in Southern California, but we are skipping 2 of them and Legoland because logistically, we don't think we're going to be able to make it in and out in a reasonable time frame, because parking and all of that. So we are skipping those locations, and plus travel down to San Diego and all that. Hold on. But we are planning on hitting like 8 or 9 stores on August 2nd for PAB. And then on top of that, on the 3rd, pending we don't have lug functions, we are also planning on hold on. This isn't stretching. Hold on. So these are both locked in, but it's not. Huh. We're like one. I'm like one stud off. Hold on. Sorry. Get the lighthouse. Folkerich. Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for being here. A new one is supposed to open in Arcadia next month. Folkrich, Arcadia. Welcome. First and foremost, welcome, welcome. Thanks for being here. I appreciate you. Arcadia, California. Wish it came with. Wait, hold on. Made it a very attractive purchase. Okay, gotcha. But it can. Supposed to open in Arcadia next month. Okay, I gotta go do some work for a bit. Lurk mode engaged. Cool. Thank you so much, Disco. I appreciate it. Folk, yes, in the Santa Anita Mall. Folk Richard, are you? Well, again, thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Um, can you whisper me that information because we will add that. I didn't know there was one. Because I'm here in Southern California, so I assume because you know about that store, you're in Southern California as well. Um, been lurking all stream because of work. Well, again, thank you for that. I appreciate that. That means a lot. Um, but can you whisper me that information? Would you mind? So that I have it because we will add that to our itinerary. Yeah, I know you're here. Because we will add that. We will try to add that to our itinerary because well, I know we're skipping San Diego and Legoland. So we're doing Ontario, Mission Viejo, Costa Mesa, Anaheim, Glendale, Topanga, Century City. Did I get all of them? Let's see. Ontario, um, Mission Viejo, Costa Mesa, Anaheim, Topanga, Glendale. Hold on, let me see. I have the list. Hold on. So, Mission Viejo, Costa Mesa, Anaheim, Century City, and Topanga and Glendale, and Ontario. So, yeah, that's the 7 that we. I thought there was 8. Well, 8 would be Arcadia. So Folkerich, are you in Lagola OC Lug? If so, I mean OC Lug is good, but Peter's a tool. He's a piece of shit. No, no formal announcement yet, but you can search for Arcadia or Santa Anita at Lego website. Cool. And you said it's next month. Hopefully, we'll be able to. It will be open by the time we go. The issue is the second runs into a Lego or a Lug social event. I will say. Um, okay, so that poses kind of a problem. I don't know why this is. I joined Lagola earlier this year. Always wanted to join earlier, but didn't have time to go to meets. Gotcha. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I got kicked out of Lagola for being harassed. I was harassed by another member. I told that person to leave me alone, and or I would report her. And Peter took that as jeopardizing the lug and kicked me out. So, in fact, didn't even I was listening all stream. Yeah, in fact, didn't even ask my version of what happened. So yeah, that's what I think of Peter. I will be cordial. I was cordial at seeing him at other events, but he knows to stay the hell away from me. Anyway, but nevertheless, thank you so much for being here. I hope I hope you get what I originally got out of Lagola. I did meet some really good people. I did have some really great experiences aside from that, but I do hope that you get the best out of it. I don't understand why this is not lining up. I actually went to SolvingCon and saw your build. It was great. Thank you. I appreciate it. Um, but did you vote for me? No, I'm kidding. Uh, just kidding. No, so we've probably talked. I just don't have a face with a name. But thank you for that. I appreciate it. I don't understand why this isn't connecting. Because everything lines up. Is an okay guy. Do you know him? I don't, I just don't understand. It's not, I don't understand why this doesn't connect properly. Because this should, like, it's one stud off. So, like, I feel like that's putting pressure. Maybe I'm just stupid. All right. I went to Brick World Chicago the last 2 years and met most of the community. Nice. Oh my God. Hold on.
Like infantry fighting, and they don't really have an over.
I actually been in your stream before while you worked on your Solvang mock. I knew the name sounded familiar, but and of course it didn't say uh first time chatter or whatever. So do I have you on my list? No, I don't. So you are put on the list. And you get a point. Thank you. Thanks for enlisting me. So the point system, what I've been basically doing is to give back to the community. Everybody who joins a stream, comments on a video on YouTube, uh, comments on Instagram posts, shares my content, and all that kind of fun stuff. They get a point. It goes up. And every point turns into a name on the wheel of names. And at the end of the month, the last live stream of the month, we will do a drawing to see who wins. And so Folkerich, if I'm pronouncing that right, if you win, that's going to save me a shit ton of money on shipping. Just kidding. I'll be in and out for a bit. Got to run back and forth to server room. No worries, man. I'm gonna try to get this bag and hopefully one more bag done. I'm gonna try to get through the heat here. So, Focal Rich, like, what do you like to build? Call me Falco. I can do that. Falco. Instead of Franco, you're Falco. I like to build everything, but mostly spaceships, dragons, and marine life. Well, you'll have fun in Lego or in Legola because they still have the moon base? Marine life, yeah. So you, uh, and it's funny because since I need to modify it again. Um, I have changed things up because I don't know if you saw the build, my coral reef in action, because it was giving me a lot of problems in solving. Um, but I have modified things a little bit, and then I do want to change a couple things. Yeah, they still do Moonbase. They just did it for a fair couple months ago. Gotcha. See, like it pulls away. It pulls away. It's pulling away from. But everything's lined up the way it should be. That's the weird part. Huh. Like I feel like every time I touch this, this is gonna pop. That's what she said, right? Oh, shoot. This is, well, I can flip it. Ah. Before I joined the lug, I saw their coral reef display at the Glendale store. It was one of my favorite displays of theirs. Yeah, I didn't get a chance to participate in that. Um, I could have, but I just didn't have, uh, to be honest, I didn't have the time or opportunity to participate. But I wanted to. I love coral reefs. I love ocean stuff. The coral reef that I have is not even for my display. It's just for display, event display. I will eventually at some point build my own. I just haven't yet. But like there's stuff I want to add to it. Like I want to add more motion. What else do I want to add? Oh, I have animals that I need to add because like there's no orcas, there's no turtles other than the little guy from Finding Nemo. So there's a lot that I want to add that I haven't yet. I know for a fact that I do not want to make it bigger. I'm good. I'm happy with the size. Plus, it's kind of a pain to travel with. But I have made the motorization a little bit more stable. I have a non-battery operated version now. So I don't have to rely on batteries. Because with all-day events, like, the batteries will run out. Yeah, see, this keeps popping off. And I don't understand why. I have to keep my physical Mocs small because lack of room. Have you seen my room? Okay, I will build shit down here, and then I will... Because this is correct. I am very fortunate with the room that I have. My wife has given me the garage. It's a pain to keep everything dusted, but that's why it's currently a mess. I know Matt, if he was still here, because I know he's doing a couple things for work, he would say it's always been a mess. But it's actually gotten way better. Well, I'm dusting. It's changed because I've been dusting everything. The room you in now, I might have before or might have been others. Okay. So I'll treat you to a tour. Just a minute. Okay. So let's give you a tour. So this is my Lego room. This is a live camera. I'm in the back here. As you can see, it is a cluster. It's a mess. I am currently rebuilding my city. As you can see, my coral reef is there. I'm currently dusting everything off and working on lighting and all that kind of fun stuff. But this is my room. The room spans about 30 feet by 30 feet. It's my garage. It's a 2-car garage. So that is my city. Then I have, and there's a delay because I've shut my cameras off until I ignite them or initiate them. This is my part wall. And again, all live cameras. So I have the 9-drawer system. Thanks, Greg and Matt, Appreciate you. They did not obviously buy this stuff for me, but they turned me on to this system. It was originally all this stuff, but then everything was sorted by color, and slowly but surely I've been sorting everything by individual part. Not individual color and part, but just individual part. So all 1x3s are in this drawer, doesn't matter what color it is. Makes it a lot easier to find. Most of these up top are individual parts, or I have so many of these particular parts they don't fit in a drawer. So that's kind of my method at this point. So that's my room essentially. I used to have a backlog. I do have a backlog wall here, but I shut that camera off. It was giving me problems. It is not the same camera, so I'm getting a lot of banding and stuff. But there's not much to show at this point as far as backlog. So, but that is my room. Actually. Okay, yeah, so I will build this on here, and then I need to figure out why it's not lining up right. The room is definitely still a work in progress, but I mean, I can only do so much, especially with the heat. It's a different kind of heat than what you're experiencing down there. It's way more dry. Wait, it doesn't have that. Why doesn't it have that? The bottom ones do. You got a nice setup. My stock fits in a couple boxes, but I know you also run an online store. I don't. I don't run an online store. I don't sell. The only thing I sell is like merch. I sell shirts and hats. Um, I haven't done sweaters or tank tops. Those are just too expensive at this point. They are offered on my in my merch store, but I don't offer them like where I make them. But yeah, I don't have an online store. I don't have a Bricklink store or anything like that. Oh, didn't you have a brick? I'm assuming instead of doubt you meant thought. Yeah, you had a Bricklink store. No, I don't. No, I am on Bricklink, but I don't have a Bricklink store. I'm not a seller. The only thing I've sold online, like I said, I have my merch, my Lego merch, and it's not just for like my channel. It's like because this is obviously an American flag, and it's hard to see, but within the American flag, it's actually you can't see because I can show you here. I can show you here. So embedded into the American flag are Lego bricks. So it's a Lego shirt, but it's not like a merch shirt for my channel. And then I have at Solvang, I did bring out a few sets to sell along with my shirts and hats. But it was mainly those were extra sets, and I'm saving up for an enclosed trailer. Yeah, and I have a Star Wars themed shirt. I have I haven't done space yet or underwater, but it is on my list. But I've done Star Wars. I haven't done Marvel. Marvel's hard because of copyright. Star Wars is a bit easier. Uh, but I have AFL shirts. I have um, Gayful type shirts. I have a bunch of stuff. But yeah, a lot of people think I have a Bricklink store because of my setup, but it's kind of one of those I learned from them because what they do, is so organized. See, this is gonna go here. But see, like, I may not open another bag. I may sit here and try to figure out why the heck it's not lining up. Like, what did I do wrong? I heard you talk about your store in an old stream, so I just thought it was a Bricklink store. My store? Maybe. So the only thing that comes to mind where I've said like my store, I've mentioned my local Lego store or my local Bricklinks, or not Bricklink, Bricks and Minifigure store. I've referred to them as my stores because my home stores. Maybe that's what you heard when I mentioned the Lego store. I said that's my home store, and you might have thought it was Bricklink, a Bricklink store or Brick Owl. But yeah, no. The only other thing that I've sold online is I sold one set, or I have one set of instructions for my retro skating rink, and then it's on Rebrickable. Okay, so I am going to take this apart. I don't know what side is wrong. I'm going to go back and figure it out. Cuz I'm missing something somewhere. And it's got to be in these support systems. So I'm going to go back to that. I'm going to take it apart and then redo it because it's going to drive me nuts. That's the only thing I can think of. To where you may have heard me talk about my store, where I've said it's my local store. All right. Well, now that Matt's back, we're gonna go ahead and raid out. No, I'm just kidding. I do need to go to the restroom, so give me 1 second. Did you rip out all the cables? I will be right back. I need to go to the restroom. All right, sorry about that. Pretty much, I built our first server I built our first server room, but glad I didn't have to deal with hardware and tech support anymore. Well, if your company, shit. Come on, follow me back. You can do it. There we go. If your company is hiring, and as long as the wage is reasonable, hook a brother up because I need a job. Hey, Manny, welcome back. Thank you, thank you. I kind of have a feeling it's. I mean, it's in here. Okay. That's where that goes. Oh, damn, I gotta go again. Have a 2 p.m. meeting. No worries. Thanks for being here. Sorry, they're not hiring. That's okay. For Arcadia, I would have to be paid a pretty good amount to make up for uh, the commute, gas, and such. Let me make sure. Okay, so for the small side, that's what that looks like, right? Yeah, so I don't understand. This needs to pop off. So this goes here. We'll catch you next week. Oh, gotta go, bud. Too. Need to sleep. We'll catch you next week. Cool. Thank you so much. I have been trying to go on earlier. Because of the heat, I've actually been trying to like hop on at like 7:30, 8 o'clock. Gives me an extra hour of build, not in the heat, and if I can handle the heat, then I stick around. Okay, so this, yeah, it's still, it's so weird. This, oh, where is, okay. Oh, this isn't, well, that could be, well, that's not part of the problem, but this isn't even what's supposed to be built. It's supposed to be this and this. Oh, I need to redo this now. So it's not this like I thought. So this goes here and here. Then this goes here and here. And well, this is gonna go. It's gonna go the opposite way. So this There's that. And then this goes here. That goes on top. Okay. So then from there, I need to skip because I've done that. Okay. Sorry. I want to make sure I have this correct. Okay. So, need to switch the build around. I know, I left to go to the bathroom and I lost people. Sorry, guys. When you gotta go, you gotta go. Okay, gotta go. It was good chatting with you. Good chatting with you too. Hopefully we get to chat next time and more often. See, like if it was off, these wouldn't be lining up. And that's what's kind of getting me is let me do one at a all right. How big is that? Well, how much? Um, there is a lot in bag 12, so I'm gonna hold off on bag 12, and we are probably gonna just go ahead and cut the stream. Because it's 97 in here right now. So it's, and I have fans on, so it doesn't feel that great. Okay, so interesting. Okay, so we're gonna work on bag 12 next time. Super excited about the progress. Thank you for everybody who chimed in and was hanging out with me. Really do appreciate all the love and support. Let's see if we can raid into anybody. And is we have essentially finished, and I know it's a little hard to see, this bridge right here. This is what we got done. And a lot of this. So we got this done, and we got this done. So there, I did get a lot finished and completed. It's just, or no, sorry, you're not seeing it yet. So what we did was we got this bridge done and this whole side. So if I turn it this way, you might be able to see it a little bit better. We got this whole section done. As far as the top part, not the platform itself, we got a little bit of the platform done and then the wall itself done. And then we got all of this done, which is awesome. So let's see who we have to raid into. Haven't raided into Nick in a little while, so let's go ahead and raid into Nick. Create a dashboard. Stream manager. No, I didn't mean to clip anything. Raid. All right, start raid. We're gonna raid into Brick and Nick. For those of you that don't know him, he was on Lego Masters season 4, and was the winner. So that's gonna be it's gonna be a lot of fun to catch up with him, see what he's up to. Looks like he's building some kind of motorized Lego build, and we're gonna have fun with that. So again, I can't stress enough, guys. Thank you so much for being here. It really, really means a lot. Mike, Matt, G Monkey was here for a little bit. Oldendorf, Jay, Falkerich, I'm trying to think of everybody who's been in here. Disco Duck, and a few others. Seriously, thank you so much for being here. I really do appreciate it. Without you guys being here, I wouldn't be here. And so, yeah. So again, let's show Nick some love and hop on over there and get to building some more good stuff. So again, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on 36 Bricks.